Hey, hello. It's Wednesday. We record on a different day every week just to keep you on your toes. Why the fuck not? Pay attention, fuckers. You never know when it's going to come out.
No.
Tuesday, Friday, Monday, Sunday. Who fucking knows? Pay attention.
This
And by pay attention, I mean check in every day.
Oh, yeah. Every single
single day. You should be signing on to your...
subscribing. How many subscribers do we now have on Facebook or YouTube?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think that's moved there for more than like a couple bumps every so often.
I know that we haven't really asked anybody to do it, but you really need to do it.
Yeah, we
still need to get to 100.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
I know.
We had like 150, and then we changed names, and now we've been at fucking like 70 ever since, which is pathetic numbers, guys.
Yeah, pathetic. And all you got to do is click something. But, you know, I guess you're worried that your kids are going to look at your fucking phone.
Or they just don't like you, dude. You got to take that into effect sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, it's not always just because their family thinks they're bad. Sometimes it's just because they think you're not that good.
Yeah, that's possible.
Which is fine. You know, I don't need your approval.
I'd subscribe to it if he was somebody I liked. Yeah, I'd subscribe to a snuff film.
I think about that sometimes. You know, where I'll get all these like requests on Facebook to join my friend's new page where
I don't join those.
Some fucking chick's trying to make some flowers in a vase and selling on Etsy or something like that and thinks they're in their own business. Yeah, some shit like that. And you're right. Like you just said, I don't join those. So why would we expect people that don't listen to the podcast to join ours?
Here's the difference.
Okay.
Because if you join those, like on Facebook, when somebody's trying to do that.
Yeah, they bother you.
You constantly get fucking things popped in your face.
Mm-hmm.
On YouTube, they don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't ever do that.
Dude, we have a friend that does that. She's probably never listened to this, lives far away, and she's been doing it for years, and apparently she's pretty good at it because she gets a lot of views and whatnot. She has a student or whatever underneath her right now.
Yeah. That
is dog ugly. And it just fucking throws me off every time. Who wants to watch a fucking wildebeest put makeup on? Like, what the fuck is going on there? Like, part of the attraction of that, I guess, I don't know. I guess it is mostly ladies watching it, but still, it's majority halfway attractive people doing it. You know what I mean? Or at least not puke. This lady is puke ugly, and it's probably this girl's sister or something.
Well,
run back on me, and they're going to hate me.
The girl you're talking about,
yeah.
That's a pyramid scheme, dude. That's a total fucking pyramid scheme.
They're all pyramid schemes.
So you don't give a fuck who's underneath you putting makeup on.
Yeah.
Because you're getting money every time somebody fucking buys something from them.
No, I understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
But no, what confuses me is this girl is getting lots and lots and lots of views. And I'm starting to think if it's some kind of like circus act, like where people are getting excited, you know, watching the bearded lady fucking shave the beard. You know, something like that.
We should do that. We should have one.
What, a bearded lady?
No, where we get on there and promote some really bad product.
My wife tried to get me, because she was joining those pyramid schemes there for a little bit, and she tried to get me to help her out by letting her put makeup on me and stuff like that. Which,
I was in one.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
I jumped in a pyramid scheme one time.
Oh, you got a pyramid scheme?
Yeah, and you know what? Only because it blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
I think I was 21 or something. A buddy of mine got in this. He goes, hey, here's what I'm selling. Mm-hmm. And he goes, you need to get in on this because these things sell themselves. They were water filters. Okay, you could put them on your shower. You could put them on your sink. You could carry one, a little one, with you to like pour your water through and blah blah blah. Well, the guy who fucking did the little survey thing, he pulled out this little water filter and he pulled it up and he dumped a Coca-Cola in it, and water came out. And I said, "That's fucking miracle." Here's my $200, and I jumped in, and nobody would fucking buy one of those.
That's hilarious.
And they would call me.
That's snake oil.
Like the bosses would call me and say, "Hey, I've noticed you're having a little trouble selling." I said, "Well, yeah, nobody wants to buy it." He goes, "Well, do the same thing we did to you to get you involved." I said, "Well, I wasn't going to buy one. I got into because I figured I could sell them and make a bunch of money."
They need you to buy one, dude. Yeah, that's part of the thing.
Buy one.
Yeah.
Well, no, they gave me some.
Oh, they did give you some.
But I mean, Coca-Cola. You poured Coke in, and water came out.
Yeah.
And you drink it, you don't even taste the Coke. It's water.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a miracle.
Where's the trick?
Nobody would fucking buy one.
Well, why? What do we ever need to do that for? No one's out there buying Coke to make in the water.
Well, back then they didn't have. You couldn't go to the store and buy bottles of spring water. You got.
Oh, okay.
You drank tap water.
But this was just to get
to clean your water.
To clean the tap water
because the water was basically. Hey, how'd you like to take a shower and fucking in a lovely waterfall? Well, you can by installing this fucking thing on your shower head.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, okay, Coca-Cola.
How much effort did you put into selling
it? For about 2 weeks, a lot.
Yeah. Like just your friends and shit?
I tried the friends. I even tried the fucking, at the time, it was the door-to-door thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the kind of thing, hey, I'm selling, and the door shuts in your face, you know? And after about 10 or 12 of those, I'm like, well, this sucks.
Yeah.
Now, it would probably have been a lot easier to sell now with, the social media and all that, but back then we didn't have that. So you had to actually ask people, call people, go knock on their door. I did get a couple people that let me in and let me pour the Coca-Cola in there. How much is it? And I tell them, shut the door in my face.
Yeah,
But, hey, how would you then, if you don't want to buy one, how would you like to be a representative? You must know a lot of people.
I've never really been into sales, which is a shame because I think I could be decent at it. I'm pretty good at talking people into bullshit. But at the same time, I also don't have that will to keep going if you tell me no. You know what I mean? Like a good salesman, and no, you don't take no for an answer. Me, as soon as someone goes no, I'm like, all right, fuck you. You know, and I move on with my life. Like,
see, I'm not really that sales guy either. I'm actually toying with something right now.
Oh, a little side gig, huh?
It sounds really good.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about doing it.
Rentable.com?
No. And I don't charge anything. So it's not rentable.
Okay. Borrowable.
No, it's something else. But I'm trying to decide how much time I can put into this. And I know it can work because it's a no-brainer. But let me tell you about the offer I had yesterday.
All right.
I got it last week.
Is this part of what you're just saying?
No.
Oh, okay. You got to keep that on the DL because you want someone to steal your idea?
Well, no, it's not stealing my idea. I have a buddy who's
going to beat you to it.
No, and this is true. I've got a buddy in Arizona. And for 40 years, he's owned this company. He's a fucking millionaire, blah, blah, blah. He owns a company that does credit card processing. Mm-hmm. Okay? Credit card processing. He gives you the terminals, he gives you the systems, and then he processes your credit cards. Well, apparently 10 years ago, Visa and MasterCard got sued, and it opened up a lot of doors and ways for other things to happen. So now he's basically offering free processing to anyone who owns a business. If you take credit cards.
Oh, that's good. How's he make money?
It's incredible. He gets the
Visa and
well, no. The credit card processing fees in an average medium-sized business could do $50,000 to $100,000 just in fees every month.
Yeah, I know.
And you're basically saying, "Hey, sign up with us."
No, I understand.
We'll take all those fees
I understand
away.
for the customer.
The customer is now paying those fees.
Oh, you're just passing them on.
Passing them on. But it's legal now. It wasn't before, but you can now. And the thing about it is, my first question to him was, well, if I'm a customer and I'm going in every day and I'm buying this fucking Monster Energy and some gas, and now suddenly it's costing me more, I'm going to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Are you really?" I said, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "Well, you bought a Monster Energy for $4. Okay? You're now paying $4.14. You really going to go somewhere else?" 3.5% is what you're going to pay. But he said, nobody. And ever since they started this 10 years ago, the reason he talked to me is because, and I know, like I said, I went to high school with this guy. He's one of my buddies. And I know his company. It's 100% respected, Better Business Bureau, blah, 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 all that. And he said not one person that they've put a system in has ever given it back and said, "No, I'm losing business." He said, "You just don't lose business."
Yeah.
You absolutely. I mean, if somebody buys $100,
so you're gonna walk in and try to talk all the Indians.
Well, I know a lot. I know a lot of people that own businesses, and the bottom line is, if I go in there and say, "Hey, you know that $40,000 you paid last month in fees, well, you don't have to pay it anymore," they're gonna say, "Okay, where do I sign?"
Yeah,
it's easy. And like I said, if you're a customer and you spend $100, you're now spending $103.
You know a lot of people that own businesses.
I know a handful,
dude. You're fucking
connected.
I
know a lot of people who own businesses.
I don't know
and
anybody.
Those people know other people who own businesses.
The only business people I know, they own like earring stores on Etsy or some stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like,
they take credit cards.
I'm just saying. They all do through through. I mean, online does it all through PayPal and stuff, but
yeah, well, a lot of them do.
Yeah,
but I mean, this is a total legitimate thing, and it's an easy thing. I just have to find a way to have some time to put into it. Like I'm talking to a friend of mine now who owns a couple of nightclubs. Save him $80,000 a month.
Yeah,
and basically what he told me is, "Do you have any idea how much money you can make off one of these?" And I said, "No." And he asked me how much I made now, and I told him. He said, 3 small to medium accounts, and you'll be making what you make at your job. Because once you put a processor in there, you get paid on that for the rest of your life."
Oh, okay.
And he said the beauty of it is you can go into these companies and you can say, "Hey, 3.5%." Basically what it is 3.5%. I get 80% of those fees directly to me. My buddy who owns the company gets 20%. He says you can offer any part of that 80% back to the guy. "Hey, I'll give you 20% of the fees back to you."
Oh, this is pyramid schemey.
It's not though, because I'm not.
Anytime where someone gets a chunk and then someone else gets another chunk.
Well, no, the company takes.
No,
theirs
I
and
guess
then
that's
they pay
just
you.
that's sales in general. I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said,
all right. Well, what's your offer? What's your other offer? I don't give a fuck about.
Okay,
this.
well, anyway,
You're gonna get rich off.
and if you own a
credit
business
cards.
and you want to waive all those fees, talk to me. I'll tell you.
Watch out! It's a trap.
I'll tell you how.
It's a
No,
trap.
it's no trap because it costs the companies nothing.
It's a trap.
Cost the companies zero.
Whatever.
Here's the other
Next
offer.
thing you know, Hamas is gonna come in and rape your wife.
Here's the other offer I had. I had a text message about 2 weeks ago from this couple. Never met them before.
Oh, now we're back into bull for hire.
It's not even that. It's different, and it's because it's new.
Different.
So I'm thinking about doing it.
All right.
But
Ooh,
there's a couple
new
of drawbacks to it. There's a couple of drawbacks to it.
kink. This couple messaged you on your website. Your what's it called?
No, they got my phone number. One of the couples that I
Networking.
matter of fact, the Lexington couple, the nightgown guy.
Oh, okay. He's passing out your
They
number now.
messaged me and asked me, "Can I give this other couple your number?"
Oh, Jesus
And
Christ.
I was like, "Well,"
you know more than you?
I'm like, a new bitch to fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
Give him my number. So he says, "Look, we're not swingers and we're not into the cuck thing. But we want somebody to come over to our place. We're kind of kinky between the two of us. We want somebody to come over our house and videotape us going fucking crazy on each other."
Oh, yeah, sure.
And I said, "That sounds fun."
Yeah.
And he said, he goes, like, there'll be pictures involved. There'll be video. We'll be fucking like crazy. And he said, "You won't be fucking my wife, but your dick will be in some of the pictures." And I'm like, "Well, how?" He goes, "Well, I want a picture of her that looks like she's taking two dicks. So, she'd have your dick right by her mouth and mine in her pussy." And, I'm like, "I don't know about that." I said, either I'm fucking or I'm videotaping and taking pictures. The only drawback is I don't know shit about taking pictures. They don't want it on their phone. They want real pictures from a real camera.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about taking pictures.
All you do is point and click most of the time. It's not,
Yeah,
I
but
doubt they're giving you some kind of fancy camera where you got to fix the settings.
They want weird angles. He said, "We want raunchy, but only of us, for us." And he goes, "We want you like, I'll be fucking, she'll be sucking my dick, and I want your camera so close to her pussy while she's dildo ramming herself that you can fucking get shit on the lens." And I'm like, "Well, that sounds fun, but I don't know anything about taking pictures. And I don't even fucking own a camera."
God, I hope it's...
No, they sent pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, lovely.
Okay.
But I told him, I said, "I ain't going to be within, 6 feet of a dick or anything." They said, "No, well, you'll be within 6 feet, but you'll be like, standing over us while I fuck her," stuff like that.
6 feet of a dick.
But, I mean, this is something I've never done before.
No, why not?
That's what I'm saying.
It sounds like a fun Saturday. Like you said, a little weird there with they want you to... what is it? They want your just dick to be in the picture sometimes?
Well, he said sometimes we want a couple of the pictures to look like, she's taking two dicks even though she's not ever going to. Mm-hmm. She apparently wants that dirty side on film or whatever. Like,
if it's only for them, I just
like
really don't even understand that.
She just wants my cock in her hand.
Well, then,
I'm like, "Well, no." I said, because I don't want that because I'll get turned on and then I'll grab her by the back of the head and then I'm out.
Yeah, no, like, you want me to get hard?
Yeah.
You're trying to just give me blue balls?
Now, that's only the occasional thing. He said mainly it's the two of them. Mm-hmm. But he said, "We do freaky shit and we want all of this on film and video." And they said that you might be interested in helping us out with this. And I'm like, sounds fucking interesting.
I mean, if nothing else, I want to know what they mean by freaky shit.
He told me a few of the things.
Like what?
She takes facials and
that's not that freaky.
She loves it in the ass.
Okay.
She's got weird fucking toys. She wants all of that in. He pees on her in the shower.
Okay, well now we're getting
stuff
weird.
like that. Yeah.
Now we're
pees on
getting
her in
weird.
the shower, comes on her face, nails her in the ass.
Well, none of that stuff's that weird. That's just
He said she's got a dildo that's 13.5 inches long and 9 inches around that she takes.
9 inches around.
9 inches around.
I don't I don't think I'd have respect for her after that.
I want to see what kind of hole can take that.
Yeah.
That's a thermos. That's that.
Yeah, at least. At least.
That's pretty much that.
Yeah, that's Jeff and a half.
Yeah, and I mean, but like I said, I've never done that videotaping somebody. The thing about it is, I guess I could ask Jeremy Conrad
Why would you want
how
to
to take pictures.
Why would you want to go in after something that's 9 inch around? There's no way. But you better fuck before you give that in. You better be the fucking.
Or she better have some powerful muscles to shrink back up.
Because that is definitely the grand finale. After that's done, or maybe that's when you switch to the butthole because the pussy's gone for the day.
He said she has a 10-inch dildo she takes in the ass when he's fucking her.
Well, see the length
10-inch dildo.
Yeah, but the length of the dildo don't really matter. Because,
he didn't say the girth on that one.
Well, yeah, because you're only putting in unless she's making the 10-inch dildo disappear, it doesn't matter if it's 10 or 8 inches, because regardless, you're probably only putting 5 or so in, and especially a butthole. So, like, it doesn't really matter the length of the dildo as far as that's concerned. But the girth is important because if you're doing 9 inches around in an asshole, dude,
13 inches long.
Well, again, the 13 inches long don't matter. There's no.
He said she takes it all in her pussy.
13?
She grabs it by the nuts, and he said there's probably 3 or 4 inches left from the hands.
Dude, yeah, I was gonna say you have to. Maybe 10 inches, but even then, that's where's it going?
I don't
know. That's like poking down her leg.
And he said it's got a set of balls on it. She grabs the balls and fucks herself with it. And I'm like, hey, I want to see all this stuff. Yeah. The only thing that sucks for me is I know that I'm gonna get turned on, and I'm not gonna get anything.
Yeah.
But they said I could keep pictures and videos if it didn't have their faces in it. Like I could take one picture of her, getting fucked, whatever, cut the face out, and I get to keep it. And I'm like, well, that's really not for me. I don't really need that.
Yeah, I got porn.
But it would be nice to, he said it'd be a 2-hour session at least. Mm-hmm. I'll blast on her face. I'll piss on her when she's in the shower. Fucking nail her in the ass while she's dildoing herself. I mean, I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah, it'd be so awkward there.
It would be.
Like, hey, nice to meet you. Start fucking.
Here's what he said. Like I said, he got the number from the nightgown guy.
Yeah, the other buddies. You think he knows? And you think like if you were to talk to this guy one-on-one, just that you're shooting a shit maybe before or after, and he's like, hey, so Ron, what do you think about Ron? And and then like it's like and he's like, yeah, it's kind of weird, he's a swinger, that he likes, but he don't give you the details. Like he probably thinks he's a cuck. I'm sure that part's not hidden at this point, but like there's cuck and then there's cuck.
Well, what he told me is that he met them at a swinger club in Lexington,
but they're not swingers.
They went there
to see,
testing the waters if they could.
Yeah,
they got with them in a room to swap wives, and then they pussed out. So they were dipping their toes in the idea of swinging. They just decided, really not for us. But we're freaky as fuck, and we want to videotape. And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, do I drop the fact that Ron had a nightgown on and a cock cage?
No. You lead with it. Hey, you're friends with Nightgown Guy, huh?
Yeah.
I know, dude. Every time I fuck his wife, he's wearing a nightgown, wearing a cock cage. I peed on the floor. This guy's weird. Why are you friends with him?
I don't think he knows that.
No, I don't think he does either. But that's why I kind of want to tell him. But maybe they're just.
I want to tell him, but then I'll never get another.
I don't think they're best buddies, dude. He might get a kick out of it.
He knows it from the swinger place.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he might fucking laugh his ass off. I don't think it would matter. I don't think he's gonna run back to Ron and say, "Oh, I heard about you kinky fuck." You know what I mean? Like I don't know, maybe.
Well, the guy made it very clear. Take 1 million pictures, videos, whatever. He says, but we keep them all.
Yeah, well, whatever.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't really want that, blah, blah, blah. I don't really give a fuck. But I said it would be kind of cool because I've never done it before.
Nah, dude, I'm doing it for science. Like, just cuz, like, when someone says how freaky they are, I want to know, like, how freaky are you? Like, I want to see, like, I want to, all of it. Maybe get some ideas for next time. You know what I mean? Take a few tips.
He said we start in the shower and, we'll be showering. He said, I'll piss on her in there.
I'm sure he just tries to make a hardcore like porn film,
like
what he's seen on TV.
But yeah, like I said, he said he blasts on her face and goes fucking ball deep in the ass and stuff like that. And I'm like, hey, I'd like to be there fucking filming that. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
No, yeah, you're not a videographer.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could go. All right, move the camera around.
Tell him to give me a call. I have 1 year of film school in. I can't.
I need a light guy.
I can't really do anything, but I know what continuity is. Like I know some definitions. I took a basic class on framing. Like
they literally asked if I could. Set lights and stuff up.
No, I don't know how to do that. As you can see from this fucking place, we'd never be able to figure out the lights.
I guess just a couple of those little fucking lights pointed out the bed, but the whole point is, I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
No. Do some online.
But the thing about it is when they ask.
Bust out your phone, your Google.
When they ask.
The 3-point system.
Have you ever done this before? What was my reply?
Well, you film
of
people
course I
fuck.
have.
I mean, there's a difference between filming someone fuck, like just randomly, like because you did it for one of your cut couples not that long ago, and being professional and actually, that they're expecting vivid videos. They're not going to get it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get retard radio or whatever.
That's what they're going to get.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess then I just won't get a call back. But the whole point is, it'd be fun to do once. Mm-hmm. I'm coming to the point where I think the midget thing's never going to happen. Ever.
No.
Bucket list item. Hey, film weird couple fucking peeing on each other.
I think my buddy recently got a bucket list item knocked off. Now let's go to the adventures of an old fella that we've talked about over the years on the podcast. He's made an appearance again locally. My buddy Peepin Kev. All right. Peepin Kev's out there, guys. Don't think that he's just going to get busted 9 times for fucking looking through windows and just quit. You can't. Yeah. After a certain spot, you got to keep on going.
This one was on the news.
You got to. Every one of them have been on the news. He's been on the news like 5 times. All right. Let's take a little rewind class here and let me explain. All right. Peepin Kev was an old guy I used to play softball with. At the time that we knew him, I worked with him, and we had heard rumors, but nothing like substantiated. And it was just like you could paint it off, like I knew that he got busted jerking off or something. But his story made sense to me as a guy. His story was he was sitting on his back porch at his apartment, and he just happened to jerk off. I could see it. I would do it. I could see myself on the back porch jerking off, whatever. And then just happened to be a lady across the way that just happened to see him jerking off and thought he was looking at her, but he really wasn't. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So that was his story, and I'm like, whatever. Right. Well, at that point, I guess it didn't look.
So he enjoyed being caught.
No, I don't think he enjoyed. He just happened to get caught.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, his story.
Yeah.
I don't know what he enjoys. Obviously, he enjoys some weird shit.
Yeah.
All right. So, Peep and Kev were like, all right, well, that's weird. So, amongst the friends, the softball team that played together and the people that all worked, we all made fun of it kind of behind his back. You know what I mean? Like we do with all of them. But we didn't really say it to him because, for one thing, he was he was a big guy, and is he a
big dude?
Yeah, he's a big dude. A tall dude. He's a tall, skinny guy, but still, he's a decent sized guy, and he probably not the kind of guy that's going to be afraid to punch you. You know what I mean? Like that kind of guy. So it's just like, let's avoid that. But let me tell you, it's not easy to play third base. All right, and that's the hot corner in softball. That ball comes flying at you. He had a good arm. He could hit, so regardless of his past history, we had to let him on the team. We're not just going to turn someone down because they jerked off on their porch. Come on. All right, we wouldn't have had many people on our team if we turned down for every bad person.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, we went ahead and went with him. But we'd always make the jokes. We'd play poker sometimes, and after you would leave, we're like, "Hey, make sure the windows are all up, or the curtains are all closed." Peeping Kev's out there on the prowl, just laughing about it. A couple years later, he's on the news. All right, he's on the news, and he was caught going up and down fucking Clough Pike over here in Anderson, just peeping all sorts of windows. All right, he had some videos on his phone of people.
Was he jerking off?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you? And that was another thing. At that point, I guess the internet wasn't as caught up when I first knew him because I never really looked it up. Nowadays, I'd look that shit up right away and figure out everything.
Yeah.
But back then, I guess I didn't look it up because he not only did he have that masturbating on the porch charge before that, but he also had another
the lady
charge.
ratted him out?
Oh yeah. That was his first charge.
He called the cops.
That was the first charge. Well, I'm pretty sure he was looking through jerking off. I don't think he was just happenstance. That was just his story.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure he was doing some creepy shit. So
everyone jerks off with binoculars.
Anyways,
on the fucking porch.
His first offense, he was just jerking off in a park. Now, this park is sort of like a nature park, like not like a like a playground park.
Yeah, like a nature preserve.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was. It was a nature. But anyways, he was caught jerking off on a nature preserve was his first offense. His second offense was jerking off on the back porch of his own apartment. His third offense now was, and this I think was a couple offenses because there was multiple charges on it, was going up and down Clough. All right, so then he did some time for that. He did a year. He got out.
He did a year?
He's done a year a couple times now, dude. So he got out.
Is he a registered sex offender?
Oh, yeah. Like, dude, he's like a 3rd-degree black belt. Like, you start getting the extra tape when you didn't know you could get higher than black belt. You can. All right. So now he got out, and then he gets busted. God, I wish I would have pulled up all these pictures, these videos, because they had them on the
saw
news.
a picture of him.
This video cracked me up because it was like getting his angles as he's like looking through the window and just... And it was great. And this one was in Westchester. So he got busted again in Westchester.
Oh, he's looking at rich women.
Yeah, whatever. There's some poor people there too, I imagine too. So he got busted up in Westchester again. I think he did another year for that. He never got busted, but he was seen and suspected for some shit over in Hyde Park and stuff. I mean, every once in a while, someone I know will somehow see some kind of thing on Facebook, and it'll be like, watch out, sexual predator was seen at fucking Rookwood Pavilion today.
Sexual predator.
Sexual predator, old Kev. He used to live live in a trailer by the river. I should have really known right away that was probably not a good sign when you don't have an address and you live off the fucking books. And little did I know at that point he was already a registered sex offender, because of the jerking off on the back porch and the. So, all right. Now we're caught up to present day Kev. He's gone through multiple. I think he's at 8 counts now. 8 counts of being a creep.
Okay.
All right. So a couple weeks ago, he gets busted breaking into the New England Club, which is an old person home over in Anderson.
Well, I guess he figured he's not going to get caught by the old people.
And watching someone sleep. It didn't say anything about jerking off, but he broke in and he
watched them sleep.
Watched them sleep. That's so fucking creepy. Because here's the thing.
What's erotic about that?
Well, not only that, but at New England Club, it's either a super old woman or a crippled person. Because that's all that lives there. Is old people that can't take care of themselves that well, or cripples that need
fucked up then.
Well, if you're hopping through a window to watch some fucking cripple sleep, and I'm guessing,
or an old lady,
and I'm guessing was gonna jerk off, but never got around to it yet. I'm not sure, dude. So he gets busted again. The judge this time said that Kevin is doing such a great job at peeping that they're thinking about changing the laws in Ohio over him.
Really?
Because right now, the max sentence they can give him for this stuff's a year. No matter what, the max is a year. You can do it 23 times in a row. We can only give you a year each time. And they're saying, listen, someone like him has some. Once you get to number 9, you got a feeling that the shit's probably not going to stop anytime soon. And maybe you should do a little bit more than a year. Maybe.
Wow, that's it, though? And he knows that.
Well, I don't know if he knows it or not, but either way, it's in the paper. So if he reads his own articles, if he's a big fan of his own work, hey, do you think he clips it out, hangs it on the wall? Look, Mom, made the paper.
He's got some headshots made up of it. And then he signs them.
Yeah, but it's
pervert convention.
All right. Well, that's the adventures of Peepin' Kev.
I was never, ever.
I'm going to update you guys on Peepin' Kev until he murders me one day when he hears this podcast.
See, I was never the guy that. I've fucked in public, obviously, but I never was the guy that was thrilled at the idea of getting caught. I don't want to go to jail.
Of getting caught? You think that's the thrill, or just the thrill was actually watching?
Well, I know that is a real thing.
Watching without
thrill
them
of
knowing.
Getting caught.
Yeah.
His case is probably a little different, but some people like the thrill of possibly getting caught. And I'm like, I don't want to get caught.
No, I don't want to get caught either.
I don't want to be in the paper. Hey, guy caught.
He was an intense dude, but like
guy
I said,
fucking a cat.
He could play a great third base, and I forgot to throw this in. He could also change your brakes, rotors, and oil, and for a very good price.
That's probably what he did. He got these women that came to his house. Oh, she's hot. I'll have to peep at her, and then he'd get their address.
No, I think his was. His was just straight on the. He went. Looking back at it, all right. So a lot of times we played down at the softball fields, and his trailer was literally on the same road. So a lot of times after the softball game, we'd go back to his place and drink a few beers, smoke some weed and stuff.
Yeah.
Hang out. He had a porch.
Yeah, I know about that porch.
And I remember...
Jerked off on that porch.
No, different porch. These are apartment porches. I
guarantee he jerked off at every porch he
probably
had.
on that porch too. But at that porch, there's no views. I mean, you had the river and other trailers. And
okay.
You know what I mean? Anyhow, so I remember it'd be like 1:30 in the morning. And he'd be like, all right, I gotta go take care of some errands. And we'd all leave. And now looking back on it, that's exactly what he was doing. He was going and peeping because that was the same exact time when he was cruising the Clough area.
Watching people sleep. I mean, I could understand it. Looking into bathrooms, watching a woman take a shower or something like that.
Yeah, no, I understand the nudity. I mean, I understand
watching
people are high.
sleep.
Yeah, I don't get that one either. Dude.
He's a creepy fucker, dude.
Yeah. It's definitely a creepy.
And he's going to probably do another year for this.
This one apparently they're also getting him on robbery, which I don't understand. Maybe he took their underwear or something. I don't know. Like, I'm not exactly sure, but the charges was, there was a couple charges. So maybe
he might have stolen something when he walked up the
they
window.
might just
Hey,
be
nice,
looking for any excuse they can to throw him into more jail.
nice toolbox or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He could have
helped himself to that.
I'll be taking.
The scary thing about that is, if I was still married. And I'm sitting there watching TV or whatever, or I'm sleeping, and I see a fucking guy in the window fucking peeping. The gun's coming out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could really die. The gun is fucking being pointed in your direction. I guarantee it.
Yeah, well,
and I think anyone that has a gun is going to point it at some guy peeking in their window because he doesn't know if the guy's trying to break in or whatever.
Oh yeah, but you're also assuming that you have a peep gun.
Well, no, but if I'm laying in bed, it's in the bedroom.
It is. You don't safe it up, though?
Well, yeah, but the whole point is...
I'm just saying, by the time that I get my gun out and do all that, I'm imagining this guy's getting a gun, I'm leaving. He's not going to just keep on peeking.
But, some people...
This is my favorite part when they get the gun.
But let's say people that don't have kids.
Yeah.
It'll be in their drawer right next to you. You know what I mean? So you're going to get fucking shot.
No, I mean, it's definitely not a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would suggest to other friends and kids and everybody, don't peep. Peeping's not good. It leads to bad things like going to jail multiple times.
For a year, every fucking time.
Everyone knows you as Peepin, whatever your last name or your first name is.
Kev.
Peepin Kev. He don't want to be known as Peepin Kev.
And he's from this area?
Oh, yeah. He needs to get the fuck out of this area. I told him that after the first one because he got out of jail and he messaged me. He's going to be back in the softball team. I'm like, no.
No.
And I told him that. I was like, dude, you need to just move the fuck away and start anew.
Oh, you said that to him?
Yeah. That was the last time I talked to him. It was through a Facebook Messenger, but yeah. I don't know what he said.
What did I really do that was so wrong?
No, I mean, he did have some excuses or something, but I was like, I wasn't going to listen at this point. I listened to his excuses the first 2 years I knew him, and it was just painting off the fact that he's a sexual predator.
And you hung out with this guy?
Yeah, dude, like twice a week. Extended hours. Not just...
I mean, that'd be like us finding out that, Matt's a peeper.
Well,
or Nate's a peeper.
I was never close. I think I'm a little bit closer to Matt and
Except
Nate
those guys can't play third.
Yeah, well, those guys can't play third, and definitely can't hit probably as well as Kev did. Nathan is not changing my brakes anytime soon, and Matt,
no.
The only oil Matt knows has to do with fucking chicken that he's not going to cook good enough. All right, so yeah, it's not a good thing there, but
Peepin' Kev's fucking creepy, dude. I saw pictures of him, and
of course he's creepy. He has 9 offenses,
and everybody now that owns a home has cameras outside of their fucking house now.
He's like
you're getting caught now.
He's the star of the show, dude. Just out there peeping.
I mean, come with a fucking mask,
working on his moves.
Hey, I think it should be legal to shoot porch pirates. I'm going to push for that legislation.
I think it is in certain states.
If somebody comes to your fucking house to steal your Amazon package, you should be able to.
Did you hear about that? It happened recently. This was not someone stealing the Amazon package. It was an Uber driver dropping off a package, and this old dude shot her. Apparently.
Oh, I heard that.
Apparently, it was a scam. It was
set up by scammers.
Well, it wasn't set up. It was bad timing. Set
up. We've got a family member of yours.
Yes.
We're holding hostage.
Yes.
And the Uber driver is going to come over and pick up the money. That was the scam.
Oh, they told him the Uber driver was coming?
Yes,
so
they said,
the Uber driver
an Uber driver over, and you're going to give the Uber driver the cash.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was the scam.
I heard
and the guy said, I ain't paying. Bam, bam, bam. And shot this lady.
Yeah, she didn't know anything about it. She was just an Uber driver.
Yeah. And he thought that she was, because the scammers had told this guy, there's a driver coming over right now. You will give that driver the cash, and then we'll send your loved one home.
See, I thought it was happenstance. I knew that he was getting scammed, but I thought he got scammed, and then an Uber driver just happened to show up right after that to drop off a package. And he thought it was part of the scam. So
I watched the whole thing.
All right.
The Uber driver knew nothing about it.
Oh no, I knew that.
It was go to this guy's house.
I knew that, and you could hear her, and the crazy part about it, he shot her once in the leg or something. And then walked up to her and shot her twice more. It's like, dude, it was already on the ground fucking.
But, the guy thought,
didn't do a kill shot,
got my daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. That's why he didn't do a kill shot. He had to find out where the daughter was, dude. Motherfucker was turning into Liam Neeson or Nelson, whatever the fuck his name is, there in the moment.
Basically, they had called an Uber.
I got a particular
his
set
place
of
was
skills.
a stop.
Yeah.
So she was stopping there, He was going to hand her the money. She was going to go to the next place and give it to these fucking guys. And the guy's like, well, fuck this. I ain't paying. I'm just going to shoot you. Which is stupid because if it was real, your daughter's dead anyway. Or you know,
no, that's why he kept her alive so he could torture her and get the information.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, dude, he went full fallen, or what was it called?
Taken.
Yeah.
Now, is this guy obviously being charged with a truckload?
I don't know what he's gonna get. I mean, because he didn't know.
He was kind of duped. You know?
He was duped. There has to be some kind of leeway there, but you still fucking shot someone 3 times, you nut.
An older lady.
Yeah, it was like an old white guy and an old black lady.
Yeah, and she knew nothing about it. She just walked up to the door and he came out with a fucking gun.
He sounds like an asshole. Asshole of the week. You got it?
Yeah, my asshole of the week, and I'm not getting political here.
Okay.
Because I really don't want to. There's way too much to discuss on this, but every student at Columbia University that's in these fucking protests, it has now spilled over into UCLA and a lot of the other schools. Columbia University, the pro-Palestine fucking sit-in that they're doing. And we all know about how shit is over there, and we all know that they both did fucked up things, whatever, but they took down the American flag and hung a Palestinian flag on the fucking thing. These are fucking rich kids. It's an Ivy League school.
Yeah.
Their dads are probably conservative Republicans.
Yeah.
These are wealthy people. And they took over the fucking school, and they were instructed, the police were instructed, don't arrest anybody. Just keep them in line. So these people on these videos, these fucking Ivy League snobs were walking up to police and fucking hawking loogies in their face and shit, knowing full well they're not going to fucking jail.
Well, not only that, but I mean, the cops didn't fucking get Palestine.
No.
They had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, they had nothing to do
They're
with
just
it.
over there making sure you don't burn down the
The whole
buildings,
point
guys.
is, these are Ivy League pricks.
I mean, I don't like cops either, but come on.
And they just decided, hey, we're just going to take over this school. That's being, and like I said, fuck the political part of it. I don't care what you think on either side. That's not it. But
how many are there?
Oh, there was thousands when it was in the heyday of it.
You get
they're dispersing them now.
Yeah, you get thousands. That's the problem with these kind of things. Is like you get thousands. I mean, I doubt they all met and took a vote to see who was going to raise the flag. You know what I mean? You just had one asshole that did that, and the rest of them are just like. It don't really matter.
They protested
like,
for days.
No, I understand.
I mean, they took the school over.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with protesting right now. I don't know what it does, honestly, but I think people should be mad about what's going on over there. You know what I mean? The fact that Israel is still just doing this shit and killing so many. I understood why they went over there and smacked some faces around and killed 10,000 people. I get it. Yeah, they came over and killed how many? How many Jewish people?
It was like, what, 1,800 or something?
Okay,
like
1,800. You want to go over there and kill fucking 10,000 and response? All's fair in love and war, guys. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
But to keep on going until you just completely smash these people, and all that's getting killed right now basically is women and children and shit.
Yeah,
at that
civilians
point,
now,
at that point, people should be mad. You know what I mean? And they need to raise the level of knowledge up where our politicians stop supporting them, because America is the main supporter of all this. Like almost all of your, not almost all of your tax dollars, but almost all the money that they are getting to do all this stuff is coming from us.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
And
like,
now it's even
crazy.
getting cloudier that Israel is actually getting mad at us because we're sending millions of dollars in food and aid to the Palestinian people in the Gaza Strip.
Yes.
Like we're playing both sides.
Well, we're kind of playing both sides because
we're doing humanitarian.
Because even
on the one
then,
side. I get it.
A lot of that money, a lot of that humanitarian aid is not being let in by the Israeli army, and we're not going to tell them to move at the same time. So, like, we may spend the money on it, but they're not actually getting a lot of that, and we're just letting it go by. I mean, when I say we're, I mean the American government. No, it's not us. I mean, we have nothing to fucking do with this. We're just here for the ride. But the American government, at any point, could put their foot down and say, "No, there's enough is enough." Let's face it. You guys are our bitch. We're not your bitch. Yeah. All right. We support your country.
We don't really treat them like that.
We don't, dude. We treat them like we're their bitch.
Yeah.
It don't make sense.
Yeah.
It's disappointing as an American. I want to sit here and pretend like I have the biggest dick in the world. All right. I enjoy it. No, not at all. But I want to pretend.
Yeah.
Because I'm an American that I have the biggest dick in this world. And I can't do that if some little ass fucking country full of little turdy guys are fucking controlling us.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourselves. All right, we control this shit.
Well,
the
thing about it is...
But with that being said, these fucking assholes at college aren't going to change anything.
Yeah.
And what they do is they make...
Is it even their fight, is what I'm saying.
Well, maybe. What I mean is you do want to raise awareness. You do want to make the government realize they do it. But the way they do it turns off so many people like you who's kind of on their side, at least theoretically, but you don't like the way they go about things, so you're just like, fuck them in general. And there's lots of you. In fact, probably majority you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me and I kind of fall into that thing too. It's like, I'm totally for you and I understand why you're protesting, but Palestine flag, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the fucking listen, guys, the people that run Palestine aren't very great people either. All right, the women and children shouldn't be dying, but that country is ran by a bunch of fucking assholes. Also,
it is.
So I don't represent their flag. You know, that's fucking ridiculous.
Well, it's just, and the thing about it, it's just such a fucking clouded, shitty mess over there. And I get all that. And like I said, I'm not getting into the political side of it. But to hijack a fucking Ivy League school because you want to put your fucking foot down, do you think all of a sudden we can just get on the phone and call Netanyahu and say, you need to stop now? He's going to say, go fuck yourself.
I can't even say his name. I mean, so
but the whole point is, then it spilled over to UCLA, and it spilled over here, spilled over there, and it's like
that's
it
why
got so bad to where
work.
these hippie professors got involved, and the hippie professors are now getting fired. One professor at Columbia, a Jewish kid, walked up to him and said, I don't feel safe, whatever. He goes, maybe you should go back to Poland then. And I'm like, whoa, now you're fired.
See, and that's another thing, man. You can't. As soon as you turn it around to where it's just Jewish hate, you can't look at this as Jewish.
Right.
To me, I look at it as the Israeli government.
Yeah,
like that's all I look at it. Yes, I look at it as the Israel's government. I don't look at it as Jewish people. I don't look at the Palestinians as Arab or whatever the fuck they even are. I don't even know what they are.
Right?
What are the Palestinians? Are they Arab?
They're Arab.
Okay, well, either way, like I don't look at it as a race thing. So I'm not going to walk up to a random Palestinian and be like, "Arr!" I'm not going to walk up to a random Jewish person and be like, "Arr!"
That's what I'm saying. That's what
so
many
more
than
people
makes
do.
them an asshole.
Well, that's what so many people do, and that's why there are a lot of Jewish people.
And it's like,
I don't know a lot of Jewish people, but the ones that I do know, recently I've had multiple Jewish people I know come up to me and tell me how scary it is right now for them.
It has to be.
And I think about it, I'm like,
anti-Semitism in this country is blown up to proportions that it's never been before.
My first thought always is like, shut up, pussy. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing when the, Stop Asian Hate or all this. I was like, calm down. All right, a couple guys over there, fuck you. But at the same time, when multiple come up to me and say that, and of different kind of, you know what I mean, people, and they're all saying that because they're Jewish. You start looking at it, you're like, ugh,
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's being totally twisted. You got the Israeli government and you got Hamas that are fucking up everything. And they're killing everybody who doesn't deserve to be killed. But these kids who grew up with a fucking Porsche on their 16th birthday are going to stand up and fucking say, stop.
Do you want a Jewish Israeli perspective from a girl that lives in Israel right now?
Do I want one?
Yeah, I can probably get her. I got a friend who lives in Israel. Jewish girl from Nevada that's lived in Israel the last 3 years. Who's very, very peace hippie-ish. But she has a very weird way to look at it because she's pro-Israel, but she's against all that stuff. But you know what I mean? Like she's a smart person.
I have a feeling, and I don't know because I'm not there, and the news doesn't really show much of it anymore. But I have a feeling in places like Tel Aviv, you kind of don't even know what's going on.
Yeah,
it hasn't hit these big cities. There's
I don't know
fucking
where she's
way.
at. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah,
and
you're still scared because the thing about Israel that they have to worry about that America doesn't is they're not surrounded by oceans. They're surrounded by people that don't like them.
Right.
So I mean, that at any point, a bomb can get from wherever to Tel Aviv pretty fucking quick.
Yeah.
Where that's a long journey to get to America.
Well, the thing about it is that their government or their fucking military is so backed by us that they've got every kind of anti-fucking missile thing all over the fucking perimeter of their place, too. And they're as protected as we are.
And there's a part where they're protected because of where they're at.
Yeah.
Because Iran or all these countries don't want to nuke them. The nukes are going to fall out to the neighbors that they like. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's too small of an area and it's too surrounded by allies for them to nuke. So they're kind of protected by that because one of these fucking crazy countries may have nuked them already if that wasn't the case.
Yeah. Like I said, I just think a whole bunch of fucking rich kids who decide that they're going to be idealists all at the same time. And fuck you. You're an asshole.
Yeah, I get you. You are an asshole if you put the Palestine flag up and place the American flag.
They did it. On the main flagpole.
And yeah, I mean, it's like, I understand supporting and wanting that shit all to end. But that Palestine flag represents the Palestine government, which is not a good, or that's Hamas. So they suck.
Yeah.
Let's face it, they fucking suck.
Well, 2 days ago, they said Hamas has agreed to a ceasefire. They've agreed to a ceasefire. And then Netanyahu said, wait a second, you're lying. I gave you a ceasefire offer, but not that one. Mm-hmm. And then they started bombing again. So it's like, okay, we'll give you this, and this. And then we won't shoot each other anymore. And then Netanyahu says, no, I only promised you this, and this. So I'm going to blow up 10,000 more people right now because you lied.
Yeah.
It's a fucking gross, ugly mess. I'm just saying, I hate to say it, there's a difference between a peaceful protest and a fucking hostile fucking college takeover.
Oh, no, for sure.
So you're an asshole.
Yeah. Most I would say probably, if there's 1,000 people protesting, there's at least 300 assholes. At least. Probably more than that. Probably more.
And from what I understand, they weren't, a majority of them were probably doing the peaceful protest thing. But then others are like, I want to be on TV and I'm going to walk up and spit in this cop's face.
It becomes a thing. A lot of times it's not even college students.
Yeah.
Now you're just talking about the punk rock kids that live on around the college camp, like me. I didn't go to college for years, but I lived on the college campus for years or around it. So, it's people like me that would have went up there, not the actual students.
Yeah.
You get, because anywhere the college campuses are, you're usually surrounded by a bunch of liberal scum.
Yeah.
And those are the kind of people that come. So I don't know. My asshole of the week is going out to whoever the fucking sound guy at Bogart's is in Cincinnati. All right. Not because the sound was bad, because the final band, the final 2 bands were great, but they don't sound check the opening bands. All right.
Oh, they don't?
You can tell if they did, it's the worst ever. All right. So I went to a concert Thursday that was Off With Their Heads, opened up, and then it was Quicksand, and then it was Hot Water Music. All right. I'm one of those people that don't like sitting through bands that I don't give a shit about. So I was kind of upset because Off With Their Heads was first and Quicksand was second, because I don't give a shit about Quicksand. So I really didn't want to sit through a 50-minute set of a band I didn't give a shit about.
Well, that's where you go to the bar and drink.
I'm not a drinker. So that turns into that problem. And at the bar at Bogart's, it's a $9 beer to begin with. So I'm not really wanting to spend $9 per Budweiser. Anyhow, so we showed up early against both me and Ryan's wishes, because we don't like going to fucking places early. You're wasting time. But we showed up early because we wanted to see I wanted to see Off With Their Heads. I don't think he gave a shit. And it pissed me off because I was bragging on him. The drummer was really killer when I saw him last time in a small club. And then we get there and the sound fucking blew. You couldn't hear anything but drums. And I think the drummer probably couldn't have heard that well either, because he went off time a couple times.
Did he?
Yeah. So I think the sound was bad on their end too. They sounded like a local shit band. Now, granted, they're a punk band and they don't have the perfect sound or anything, but still, I seen them up in Cleveland at a little club and it was fucking awesome. It was perfect. Sound was perfect.
Not this time.
No, you couldn't hear the guitar or the bass. You could hear drums and maybe a little bit of bass and
but
a little bit of vocal.
They still had a guy mixing it. He wasn't adjusting it as they.
I guess they don't. I don't get it. They
gotta have a mixer.
You would think, right? But they never improved the sound. All right, and then Quicksand came on, sounded perfect. They suck, but they sounded perfect.
Well, I'm sure they were all using the same soundboard, and they probably just had it fucking tweaked to the final band.
Yes.
And so, all right, we're just going to,
probably,
get through this.
Well, tweak to the final band or maybe the final 2, because I think they were considered co-headliners.
Yeah.
So maybe those 2 got a sound check and got everything perfect to them. And I think the first band just gets thrown up there and they get high school band challenge music.
Yeah.
And it literally sounded like that. They sounded like a shitty local band. And then they had to suck for them because then the next 2 bands come on sounding perfect. Like I said, I'm not a Quicksand fan, but those dudes can play their fucking instruments and it sounded perfect. You know what I mean? And then Hot Water Music is, if you guys haven't seen Hot Water Music and you're a fan, goddamn go see them. They're probably out of punk rock royalty. They're up there with Bad Religion with just like still sound fucking perfect in concert. Every note, every guitar sound.
Are they older as well?
They're in their late 40s, early 50s probably. Yeah. So they're younger than Bad Religion, but they're that next generation.
Bad Religion, I've seen them. I've saw Bad Religion twice. Mm-hmm. They put on a ridiculously good show.
No, Bad Religion now is a perfect sounding band. I'm sure back in the past they weren't as good. But,
they were loud,
but they've been good for a long time. And they're one of those bands you go and you hear the album. It sounds exactly note for note like the album, but they're playing it.
Yeah.
And that's the way Hot Water Music sounded at this show too. And then maybe they go off a little bit, but either way, if you haven't seen them, dude, that was one of the best shows I've seen in years. So go see that. But fuck you, Bogarts. Your sound guy's an asshole.
I heard a funny story. Old guy from the 70s, Todd Rundgren. You know who he is.
He just died recently, didn't he?
No, he's alive.
Oh, is he?
He just played here 2 weeks ago. And apparently, he's one of those guys, and I think he's fucking great. I was actually going to go to the show because I love his 70s and 80s stuff. It was all fucking great music.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently he's one of those guys that says, no, I'm not going to give you any of that. You're going to listen to all my new bullshit that I'm putting out.
Yeah.
So apparently he's playing all these fucking new songs. And one guy, when the song ends, before they had a chance to start the next one, some guy stood up in like the 4th or 5th row and said, hey, why don't you fucking play something we know? Flipped off Rundgren and walked out of the fucking place. I said, I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah, because I
hate that. I hate when you know what? You should know, hey, I'm a icon from the 70s and fucking 80s. These people are paying money to hear those tunes.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it if you got a new album out. Play me a couple of them, scatter them out, blah, blah, blah. But don't make the whole fucking concert that, because I'll fucking boo you too. And apparently this guy had enough.
I'm with him.
Fuck you.
I'm with him.
Yeah, I am too.
I don't want to go see your new hits.
So let's talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
What
There's
happened?
some weird acts coming up next year.
Okay, explain.
Cher is going in the Hall
I don't
of Fame.
like it. She's not a Hall of Famer in rock and roll. Where's the rock and roll and Cher? Where?
I don't
I
know.
just don't get it. Maybe they need to
They need to change it to
Music Hall of Fame. Yeah, Music Hall of Fame works.
Because, and you know what? A lot of these hip hop and R&B artists that are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, well, if you go by the name, they're not rock and roll either. But
I can make the argument. I can't make the argument for Cher.
you can't make the argument for Tribe Called Quest. And I believe the Tribe Called Quest should be in some kind of Hall of Fame. They're great.
I make the argument.
That's why it should be changed. Music Hall of Fame.
And that hip hop is the rock and roll of black people, basically.
Right.
I mean, and that's where my argument's made. Like if it was R&B and shit like that, that's more of your Chers. You know, but the hip hop for that culture and their music, that is the rebellious, which is what rock and roll was always supposed to represent. So
Right.
the spirit of rock and roll is in hip hop.
Well, and
it is not in Cher.
I got no problem with them being in it.
Yeah,
because, but
same here. That's what I'm
Cher.
saying. Like I can make the argument for hip hop. I can't make the argument for Cher. I can't make
Yeah.
the argument for Willie Nelson. I like him. I can't make the argument for why he would be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Well, Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton can't make the argument.
Well, maybe to country fans, that's their rock and roll.
No, but they're still us. They're whiteys.
That's why I'm just saying it would
That's
be a
different
whole
form,
lot easier.
You know.
Change it to Music Hall of Fame.
Yes. Music Hall of Fame's fine. I mean,
Then you can put anybody, and
well, I
nobody
mean,
will have any
let's
reason
go
to
back.
argue.
This is kind of a newish thing because like Frank Sinatra's not in the Hall of Fame, is he? Because he's not rock and roll.
Right.
So why does it change
Because
now?
they didn't do it back then. Now they're going for a PC thing.
Yeah, but those guys, they could have, if they're going to change the way they put people in, well, then maybe we need to start inducting people like him. You know what I mean? Maybe we do need to get these old jazz legends and rock and roll legends in there or not rock and roll legends, but those fucking Sinatras and shit of the world,
Yeah,
and put them in. I mean, if we're going to include Dolly and we're going to include Cher, then they fucking deserve it too. But
I don't think
none of
Sinatra
them
wants to be in.
Well, I don't think he has a choice. He's dead.
Well, yeah. All right, so let me tell you who's going in this year. Mary J. Blige.
All right. Again, no. I love her. No. She's not rock and roll.
She's not rock and roll, and
She's not even hip hop. No, she's not hip hop.
She's R&B.
Yeah.
Cher. The Dave Matthews Band.
They suck, but whatever.
They've sold 1 billion albums. Give it to them on that.
I'm not mad about them getting a Rock and Roll of Fame.
Foreigner, who should have been there years ago.
Not a fan either, but again, whatever.
Peter Frampton, who I
Sure.
can't believe is not in there already.
Sure, that's fine.
Kool and the Gang.
That they ride on the rim, but I overshare.
Yeah. But here's one that just absolutely blows my mind.
I mean, Cool and the Gang's still playing instruments. They're still, like it's not like electronic.
Well, yeah, no, it's nothing electronic about them. But I'm saying they're not hip hop either. They're
No.
more R&B, pop R&B.
Yeah.
But they're like an Earth, Wind, and Fire, who's already in.
It's rough, but it's close enough.
Here's one that just absolutely kills me. Ozzy Osbourne. Why isn't he in 25 years ago?
He is. He's just in for Black Sabbath.
He's in for Sabbath. Now he's going in for Ozzy.
They always space those out pretty far.
Do they?
Yeah, whenever they put someone in and then put an individual in, that's usually spaced out.
But this, to me, looks like, hey, we know you're about to die.
Well, that might be.
So
and they know that he should be in it on his own as well as in Black Sabbath.
Yeah. Tribe Called Quest is the last one. And then they're doing a Music Excellence Award, but they're not putting him in for Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett's not rock and roll.
No.
But he should be in a fucking Hall of Fame. He should be in a music Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Because the guy nobody sold more fucking concert tickets than this fucking guy
well,
in the last 30 years.
And is he country? He's not country, so he doesn't really fit into a genre. He's just pop music.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we should just change the fucking thing to Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Or someone needs to go out and make a music Hall of Fame. Hey, you can make more money. Someone go open a new one.
Yeah.
You know, what are we doing in Cincinnati? Go put one in Covington. Music Hall of Fame, Kentucky.
It would be like the fucking museum center. It's like, all right, hey, I'm going to go to the hip hop section. And I'm just going to see all the hip hop people. You know? And then the next day, you know, if you're not a rock fan, you go to the fucking other section. I just think they need to change it because it's getting so muddled now. Cher's not rock and roll.
No, I mean,
Cool in the Gang's not rock and roll. Mary J. Blige's in rock and roll.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And if you look at all that stuff, Jimmy Buffett's not rock and roll. There's other arguments in there too. Is James Taylor in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yes.
James Taylor's not rock and roll.
He's the furthest thing from it.
He's yacht rock.
Yeah.
I mean,
but he's in.
He's in. And there's probably a bunch of them. If you really went through the list and thought what was rock and roll, even by 1960s standards, it's still just not, you know, it's not there. And I agree with you.
And it just, like I said, bands like Tribe Called Quest, they should be in a Hall of Fame. They should be in a Hall of Fame, a music Hall of Fame.
Sure.
But not rock and roll, so let's just change the name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Easy.
Let's start our own.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I think we'll open it up in Harrison.
Name your price.
The Harrison Music Hall of Fame.
All right, I got to name your price for you. It's been, for some reason, in the last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of fucking really bad car wrecks where people are driving the wrong way on the fucking freeway.
Yeah, I saw one the other day.
Okay, yeah, where 3 people fucking died. Well, it turns out this guy wasn't just being an asshole. He had a medical issue, a heart attack or something.
Yeah.
But 3 people ended up dying, okay? So here's my name your price. Now, this is going to really test the prick in you. Okay, really test the prick in you. There's a guy driving the wrong way on the fucking freeway. It's late at night. You're standing on the side of the road fucking changing a tire. Okay? Fucking blah, blah, blah. You're about to fucking throw your hands up and stop him. Hey, you're going the wrong way. Mm-hmm. A guy runs up to you and says, hey, my fucking ex-wife and her new husband are driving this way. And I don't want you to stop this guy. Okay, I want to see this. I want to see the collision. I want to see everything. Don't flag this guy down. Don't tell him he's going the wrong way. How much you want? Name your price. Because his ex-wife and her new husband are about to turn the corner and get absolutely fucking sandblasted while this guy eats popcorn and fucking drinks a Mountain Dew. Okay? Don't warn that guy that he's going the wrong way.
All right.
Name your price.
Now, I mean,
you know 2 innocent people are just about to die in a fiery collision, and you're going to see every fucking inch of it. Name your price.
Ooh, kind of turns me on. That gets me kind of excited, you know. The nipples get hard. Oh, shit. I don't know, 1,500. So around there. I mean, like, you know, paycheck.
You can save 3 lives, 1,500.
Like, you know, for like a
You're
paycheck.
a terrible person.
Why, dude? That's a nice
1,500.
Yeah, I usually
3 people are about to die that don't have to.
I don't know.
No, you don't.
Who am I? Who am I to fucking test God's fate? All right? I was told my whole life not to play God. Now you want me out there playing God?
No, I just want you to go, hey, bud, wrong way.
Playing God. That's their job. That's their job, dude. I'm getting in the way of fate.
$1,500.
These people are meant to die. You've seen Final Destination. If it doesn't happen now, it's going to happen later.
I mean, basically, you just said you'll kill 3 people.
I didn't kill anyone, dude. I was just watching.
You could have stopped it.
I could have saved them. Yes. I'm no doctor.
$1,500. You're such a bad human being.
Why? That's not that much money.
No, that's why.
Oh, okay.
I can see if you say, okay, $1 million.
I thought you were bad because I was trying to get this guy out of some money.
No, I can see if you said $1 million. Okay, at least it's a life changer for you.
$1 million?
But $1,500.
What's your price?
That pays your mortgage for one day. I need $100,000.
I got $100 left over after
I
mortgage.
got $100,000.
$100,000?
Yeah, and I'd I would live with it forever. I mean, I'd feel really bad. 1,500 is nothing. Basically, you're saying these 3 lives that are about to die are worth $500 each.
I believe strongly in my Christian religion, and I feel like if God wanted me to stop that, then that I would have, that would have never happened to begin with. So I mean, like, it's not my job to police the world. I'm not Team Jason World Police. All right, I can't be out there just saving lives. Now $1,500. That's like a month worth of groceries. All right, you're feeding my kids for a month. So a couple people had to die. You know, it is what it is. Like, and you're not looking at the fact that I'm really making this other guy's day.
This other terrible person.
How do you know he's terrible? That bitch.
Because he wants to watch 3 people die.
They might have done horrible things. Well, one of them didn't. One of them might have done horrible things.
Well,
Maybe
yeah,
2 of them.
Even if they cheated.
Yeah.
Okay, they cheated on him and fucking married this dude. Die for 500 each.
Yeah,
that's a bad number.
You're right. 2,000.
I would have had respect for 50 grand, 100 grand, but
1,500 sounds fair to me. I think it's a fair number. I'm making some guy's day. And this other guy that died, that's innocent, maybe.
Yeah,
he might not be innocent, but even if he is innocent, then he died a martyr. And there's something to that.
How do you know he died a martyr?
Yeah.
How do you know he's Muslim?
Oh, I don't have to be Muslim to be a martyr.
Well, no, but what's he martyring?
Because these fucking horrible people died. He died to make this guy happy. He's a martyr for that guy, and I got $1,500. I mean, there's 2 people that are happy, 2 people that are dead, and 1 martyr. So it's
because you got $1,500 in your pocket now.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome, man. That's like a paycheck without taxes.
Oh god, that's like one fucking. It's like one COVID relief package that you got. You know what I'm saying? And 3 people.
Hey, that's why I voted for Biden before. It's so much worse.
Yeah, I got to go 100 grand.
Hey, would you have had 3 people die or Biden be president again for 4 years?
Well, but see, that's a trick question.
Why?
Because the alternative is Donald Trump be president for 4 years.
Okay, well, either of them.
So I could pick. How about this? Mm-hmm. Would you kill 3 innocent people or be responsible for their death like this if you could hand select our next president?
Ooh, that's a good one.
3 totally innocent people.
3 totally. How do you know they're innocent?
Totally innocent people. You got a husband, a wife.
We're born of original sin, sir.
You got a husband, a wife, and their 15-year-old son. And someone comes up to you with a magic wand and says, "Hey, here's a gun. Just 3 quick rounds. You can pick the president for the next election, and you'll pick the winner." You doing it?
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm killing all 3 of those, and Stone Cold Steve Austin's running this bitch. Hell yeah.
If you could pick any person to be president, who would
you pick? I don't know. That's such a hard thing.
That's really hard.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just know who it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
And that's Biden, Trump, or Kamala Harris.
Yeah, or probably anyone that's elected to office right now.
Yeah, anybody who's in office right now.
Marjorie Taylor Thomas. That's who I'm picking.
Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Whatever her name is. I think I confuse her with this.
Clarence Thomas?
No, the fucking Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Home Improvement.
He might be a good president.
Hey, yeah,
pretty smart guy.
Yeah, go.
I'm going Danny Bonaducci for president.
Danny Bonaducci.
Yep.
He's going to get it, dude. I don't even know what he's up to these days outside of steroids.
He's doing that ridiculous World's Dumbest Show on Spike TV or whatever channel it's on.
I don't have that.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Fuck you! You go first on the fuck you.
I don't like going first. All right, I guess I'll go first then. Fuck you to me. Fuck my eye. I got another retarded eye, and now I got 2 retard eyes, all fucking droopy poopy over here. I got a cold going on. I got a fucking knee that doesn't work. Fuck me. Fuck getting old. I hate it. I tell you, if I had a gun yesterday around like 1 a.m, I might have offed myself. I'm not sure. I was so miserable. So, yeah. Fuck me.
Yeah, you got really fucked up eyes. 2 of them.
2 of them, dude. I got droopy in the bottom and droopy up top now.
Yeah, maybe you got lazy eyes. All I know is you got big styes on one of them.
Both.
Oh, they both have.
This has a sty right here, and this has a sty up here. You just can't really see the red one on this, but it's swollen. It will get red.
I think eye cancer?
I don't know what it is. I was thinking the other day, like, I wore contacts for like 16 years straight, and I took them out like 4 times. in 16 years. So like maybe, but I would thought that would have
kept them in there though. You squirt the solution in there on them. Is that
I'm joking with the 4 times in 16 years.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, you didn't change them every day. You didn't take them out every day.
Every day. No, my 1 or 2 week contacts would usually last 2 to 3 months, and I would only take them out when they fell out. That's the only time my contacts ever got. If they were too blurry, like if my eyes started getting blurry, I'd take them out, clean them, put them back in. But otherwise, every once in a while they get so dry they just pop out your eye, and I go, "All right, time for the new one." So that's
You're
how
supposed to change those every day.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like every single day.
Dailies. You're not supposed to sleep in them. I've slept in them 16 years straight. So
why? Because you didn't want to buy new ones.
It's just a pain in the ass to take your contacts out at night, and you really don't notice.
Is it?
Yes. It's more than you think. Some people are better at it than others too. You gotta remember, I naturally shake and shit. So I'm like, it's not good. It was never easy, and it was just, I'm lazy. That's the bottom line. But either way, ever since then, well, the last 2 years I've wore glasses, and I'm getting more eye problems than I ever did with contacts, which is fucking weird. Maybe contacts help. I don't know.
Yeah.
But fuck my eyes. I'm just gonna look like a retard, I guess, the rest of my life.
I got a good fuck you.
I need to buy some prescription sunglasses so I can be a cool guy all the time.
You don't have to buy them. Your insurance will cover a pair of glasses. You can do sunglasses.
Sometimes.
I do it every year.
Okay, we'll see.
I get a new pair every year, and I tell them when I order them, because I do have a prescription.
They're not prescription sunglasses, are
no,
they?
because I say give me the other lenses too, and they will.
Yeah, but I need prescription ones.
Well, yeah, but they'll give you the prescription and the lenses that came with them.
But when you get the fucking prescription lens, then the company no longer. They pay $200 of like a $600 sunglasses. Like that's the way that usually works.
Well, yeah, I mean, I end up paying like $60, $80 for a brand new pair of Ray-Bans or something.
I don't
like
want
that.
no Ray-Bans. Who the fuck am I? Out there looking like Pete Sampras. I don't fucking need it. All right, what's your fuck you?
Tom Cruise.
Whatever.
All right, I got a good fuck you. I think her name is Deborah. Uber passenger
Fuck
Deborah.
you, Deborah.
Yeah, her name was Deborah. And
not that one.
You've never in your life met a cunt like this. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, I drive Uber during the days. I meet nice people. It started off when I picked her up at a doctor's appointment. Deborah, mid-40s, blah, blah, blah. It says, you know how you pick somebody up and they'll leave you a note right away, and this person has a walker, or this person has a cane, or whatever.
Cancel. Every time. If they have any kind of special note, cancel. Dude, I do not deal with that shit.
All this one said is call.
Cancel. I'm not kidding.
What is your cancellation rate?
I don't know. Do I have my phone out here? I'll figure it out.
Well, anyway, fuck Deborah. You've never, ever, ever experienced what I experienced. This fat bitch gets in the car, okay? She's got a bag. She just got out of a fucking doctor's appointment or whatever. All of a sudden, I start smelling this fucked up stuff, okay? I look back there. She's got a fucking to-go thing of wings and ribs, okay? And she's chomping on one of those big fluorescent red hot sausage things that you peel the plastic off of. The car stinks so fucking bad. I was like, honey, you really can't eat in the car. Can't eat in the car. Can't eat in the car. So I said, you got to put that stuff away. So she puts the stuff away. I dropped the bitch off. She's a cunt the whole time because I made her stop eating. I go to get gas. About 5 minutes later, there's 4 fucking rib and chicken wing bones on the fucking floor of the car.
Did you take a picture?
Yeah, and then I reported the fucking shit. Yeah. I haven't got any money for it yet.
Yeah, well, you might not get money, but either way, at least this bitch
eating
will
the
not.
bones and throwing them on the floor.
She won't be allowed to be lift again.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Fuck her.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, fucking eating. When I told her not to do it, I mean, she had a container. All she had to do was put them back in there. Bones are on the fucking floor of the car.
Oh my god, dude, that's crazy person shit.
I'm like, cunt.
Yes.
Those spicy red sausage things, that meat that doesn't have to be cold. That part I don't get. She's back there chomping it while she's eating fucking ribs, and I'm like, put the food away, or I'm gonna pull over.
Eating ribs,
and then ribs and wings. And then there's 3 or 4 bones laying on the floor of my car.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you, Deborah.
All right. Well, my acceptance rate is 18%. So I'm taking 18%.
No, it isn't.
And my cancellation rate is 17%.
Your acceptance rate is 17%?
18. Cancellation 17. So I only take 18% of the rides, and then hey, what's funny about that is I only take 18% of the rides, and of those 18%, I cancel 17% of them after I take them.
Knows English and Canadian.
Oh, you read my Uber profile? Thank you.
Knows English and Canadian. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
18%.
Uber drivers out there, that's how you make money. You cancel these dumb cunts. You ain't getting no tip out of no person that's with a wheelchair. Those fuckers ain't giving you anything. A lot of times,
what kind of animal throws fucking bones on the floor of somebody's
fuck
car?
her. Yeah, fuck her big time. But I'm not even talking shit about like the people. Like a lot of those places, like if they give you the notes, means that it's done through the insurance companies or it's done through a third party.
Anytime it's all capital letters on their name, that's an insurance company.
Yeah, see, that's done through a third party, and at that point, you know you're not going to get a tip.
You can't get a tip.
You can't get a tip. I mean, unless they give you cash, which happened, I think, once ever for me. So I'm not that fucking worried about it, unless it's a hell of a ride. I see that, and I'm like, ugh, pain in the ass. Yeah. And I cancel. I fuck that.
Fucking bones on the floor of my car.
I think I'm a little bit better at Lyft than I am at Uber as far as my rates. But I'm not sure. I don't even know if Lyft tells you that shit.
Oh, they do.
Where's it at?
With Lyft?
Yeah.
You go to feedback.
This is super exciting for all you guys out there.
Well, we're almost done. We're done anyway.
All right, I'm on feedback. I don't see anything.
You go to feedback, and then where it gives you the number, hit learn more. My acceptance rate is 73%.
Oh, okay. So for this is a little bit better. I'm pretty damn good at Lyft. I don't do it as often at all. I'm 47% with Lyft, which is really high for me. They want you to have a 90%. Go fuck yourself, Lyft. Yeah. My cancellation rate is only 2%. They're good with anything under 10%.
Yeah.
And I get good ratings, so that's good. I got 0 safety flags, whatever that means.
How many service flags?
1, whatever that means.
That means your car's dirty.
Oh, good. It does get dirty sometimes.
All right, well, that's it.
I'll never have like shit laying back there.
How about rib bones?
No, there'll be no rib bones in my back seat. But every once in a while, in the little side things, my kid might have left like a fucking Capri Sun thing.
Oh yeah.
Or the floor always might have some leaves and some shit from the.
Mine's got that.
You know what I mean? I'm not vacuuming my car out once a week. No. I might do it maybe once a month.
I agree.
But I don't leave garbage back there either.
Yeah, a bag of McDonald's.
And I make sure I spray some stuff in my car to cover up the weed smell, because I'm a gentleman.
That's it.
All right, until next week, free Palestine!
You can kindly fuck off now. Please subscribe and share. Well, you can kindly fuck off now. Subscribe and share. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off.